Oh, hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Hey, it's Joey, and I want to talk today about something that I think is going to impact a lot of people that are in the coaching world, that are in leadership and management, and it's inspiration. I think part of our job is that we think that we need to inspire people. And let's be real, we do. We need to be able to help people move forward, to get past those things where they're stuck, to show them that there is a way to accomplish what they want to accomplish. But I'm seeing a problem in this inspiring people in 2020. You see on a lot of leadership and coaching and sort of like development people, a lot of rah, rah, rah. Hey, we need to do this. We need to take this on. We need to act right away and going doing all this stuff. And what I'm wondering when they're doing that, if they're not acknowledging where things aren't working, if they're not acknowledging how the COVID, how the economy, how racism is showing up in their work and how they're working through that stuff. If people aren't acknowledging that, I'm not loving them. I don't know about you. I mean, tell me, write in the comments, let me know. I'm not loving people that are ignoring and staying focused to their message, but ignoring everything else. To me, what that says is that you're leaving all the work to other people. And I know a lot of people that are really successful and they're doing this. And part of me is like, just go do that. But I can't. So we have that problem. If people are all rah, 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 go, 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 I'm like, I don't think that's the way to do it. But on the other hand, if all we do is talk about COVID, the economy, Black Lives Matter, the environment that is being ignored in all sorts of different ways, if we only talk about those things and we think about the people who are really suffering, who are really dealing with trauma, who are really dealing with some very, very tough situations, then our natural inclination will be to suppress ourselves. We won't be our full self. We won't, we won't tap into what makes us special and what makes us great. And while I can understand that from just a conversation standpoint and wanting to honor the pain that people are in, the problem with that is that it suppresses who we are. And let's be real, the challenges that we're facing right now are very real challenges, are very big. And we need people operating at their very best selves for us to figure out how to jumpstart the economy, how to create the new, how to create a society that works for everyone. We need people operating at their very best self. And what that means is being their true self, being about love or joy or happiness or whatever it is that they're about. We need more of that. Which, of course, leads us to a quandary. How do you be more of that and not become the person who just forgets everything? And I think there is a middle ground, and it's going to take some work. I think it starts with us being able to say, yeah, there is good and bad, and be able to own both. Because the fact is that we actually aren't very good at owning both. You could say racism in our country has survived for as long as it has, in part because we have focused on one side of the story and ignored and denied the other side. We haven't seen the combination of the two, and that's why it continues in part. I think if we look at us as people, some of us have a tendency to be like, rah, 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 this is great, go, 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 and ignoring the fact that our lives are falling apart. And some of us have the tendency to look at how things are, bad and awful and ignore our greatness. So it's both sides. So what I think it starts with, though, it starts with us. It starts with us being able to say, okay, this is who I am. I'm about love or joy or happiness or excitement or freedom or greatness or adventure or fun, whatever you are. It's about being able to say, okay, this is who I am. And then quite naturally, there'll be places where you are already awesome at that and you're good. And there'll be places where you kind of suck and you're not very good. And we have to be able to own both. I help people, I'm about people being great, and I help people grow their greatness. And what is really working for me is being able to honor where I wasn't. Last night, I was going through some stuff, and I ended up crying with my mom on the phone. I was in tears, just working through some stuff, and she really helped me. And I really didn't want to have that call, but I did because I knew I needed some help. And so for us to inspire people, I think what there is to do is to be real. We have to be able to start being real. We have to be able to own, hey, this is where I am, this is where I am, and this is where I'm not. This is where I'm being successful, and this is where I'm struggling. And we have to continue to expand our ability to embrace both sides, to support people and where they're great, and to love them when they're not. It doesn't mean ignoring that. It means say, hey, I think you can do better, and I'm here to help you with that, but you can do better. So I think going forward, what we're going to find is that being real is going to be the foundation, is going to give us the tools, it's going to give us the wherewithal to take on these challenges, to take on figuring out whatever it is we got to do. So I know that you're real in some areas of your life. You are. We all are. And the question is how can we be more real in more areas of our life? How can we be authentic? How can we bring our full self? You know, these are sayings that we say all the time, but are we really doing it? So I invite you, I challenge you to acknowledge where you're not doing so well. Acknowledge where you're really great. Bring all of that. Help other people do that. Because I think what will happen is that we'll find that, one, we're actually more inspiring than we realize. And two, if we can be real, we just might inspire ourselves. We just might be able to say, hey, you know what? I'm not half bad. I can do this. And you can go and take your next step forward wherever you're at. It doesn't matter if you're at the top of your game or you're at the very bottom. There is a way to inspire yourself. There is a way to see your greatness and use that as a foundation to move forward. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Are you willing to bring your full self? Are you seeing where you're stuck? Let's start talking about this stuff. And if you are somebody who's just going rah, 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 I invite you to say, hey, I got this other stuff. I invite you to bring in racism, bring in the COVID crisis, bring in the economy, bring in these areas that are challenging, because that's going to make your message so much more real, so much more authentic, so much more powerful. And it just takes some practice. I'm Joey Chandler. I help people grow their greatness. If you need help with that, let me know. I would love to help you do that because you have something awesome and amazing to show the world. And I'd love to help you achieve that. Talk to you later. Be safe and have a great day.